Welcome back to the final round of the 2019 Warwick Disc Golf Championships. I'm Ian Anderson, once again joined by Steve Brinster, and we get to hear you and watch you throw this time. Way better.
Yeah, looking forward to it. This is my home course and one of my favorite events of the year, and this is just an absolute gem of a course to go play, championship level. Looking forward to checking it out.
And we are playing the blue to blue, so it's extra difficult this round, right?
It is. Any birdie you get out here is a good one. It's a very demanding course, lots of trouble. And it starts off right away on hole one with uphill 340, plays close to 400. OB here marked on the left-hand side with the OB stakes and a steep drop-off behind. You can see most players stepping it all the way up to a distance driver here.
And I can almost see just laying up for par on this one with all that danger. But I'm sure you guys are looking to make some moves. Here is Fish on the box.
Yeah, nice looking shot there. Peeled just enough right off of that OB, and he just gave himself a no-brainer right off the bat.
That was pretty cool. We got the coastline. Brought to you by DGA. Wow.
Right up to the pin.
Beautifully done. And you are on the box next. What are you reaching for?
This is a splatter destroyer. Back off it a little bit because it's pretty easy to go out the back here, and I was a little bit worried there, and now we know why it stayed so close. I thought it might have been a little bit hot.
Yep. Caught that little tiny tree trunk there and sat just perfectly. Cameron looks to be leaking left, though.
Yeah, and that's what you see when you just don't fully commit to this shot. It's a pretty good tug to get all the way up the hill here, and that one came out a little early, and he found the OB.
And he did. Devin, after watching Cameron go OB, is making sure he doesn't. That'll work. Here is Cam throwing three. It's a scary one to run, Steve.
Yeah, it really is. It almost surprised me that he was running it. And what a great putt there. And then he quickly made up for that OB stroke. Takes a three there. No big deal.
Wow, what a putt. Devin gave it a pretty good go as well. Went a little bit long, coming back for the par. No damage done.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a three here. Twos are pretty hard to come by. And despite having some luck there and getting the birdie, it's not good enough for me to pick up anything on Fish with a very nice drive right off the bat.
Absolutely drop it. Did you change your putting style, Steve? Or was it just that putt?
I got a couple of short-range putts. I kind of go to a little modified short-range thing that just kind of stab at it. Huh. And then straddle for most of everything after that.
Gotcha. Okay. There are those two really nice birdies from yourself and Andrew. Andrew holds on to a 3-stroke lead, and you're moving into sole possession of second after Cam takes the par. Devin lurking in fourth as we head into hole two.
Yeah, hole two, just a beautiful par four here. Most players are going to throw a nice turning mid-range that tries to get out to the field here before you take a hard right turn. And then you have to navigate up and over this next hill to a very fast green. Really good birdie three here, and plenty of trouble around that you can find either on the drive or the upshot.
Yeah, sure. We saw that last time as well. Let's see what you got off the box. Fish has it. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like he pulled that a little early, and he came out and turned out into a really nice place anyway.
Dang.
That is about as good a spot as you can be in after the tee shot.
You throwing a roller as well?
No, I just throw kind of a smooth rock turn over here, and I pushed it a little bit late, and it's kind of put me in a tough spot.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looked like it was almost going to work, but leaked just a little long, eh? Cam with the forehand play.
And that was well inside as well, but it did not get caught up, and he's going to be in an okay spot there, so a couple fortunate breaks for those guys.
Definitely. Devin, looking for a clean drive.
And he did get caught early, and that's about the last place you want to end up. You're hoping at a par at best from back in the middle of this fairway.
Yeah, really just forced to pitch out, eh? Yeah, there it is. Hopefully it'll get up and down for a par save. And here is yourself. What are you reaching for, Steve?
I think I was throwing mid-range there, and you could see the footing was pretty bad. I had some back foot slip out, so got a little work left to do just to even get my par from there.
Cam in birdie position with a good throw here. Oh. Got a bit of a late tree there. Probably took birdie out of the equation. Devin.
This looks good. And yeah, that's absolutely perfect. This it takes, you need all the components to get a good upshot here. Good speed, good angle. Fish being way up the fairway makes it a little easier on him, but throws a good shot nonetheless, and it is right there for birdie 3.
Man, that roller really gives you that extra distance that comes in so handy. So here you are with your third shot. Can you see the basket?
Yeah, I could see it, and it was a pretty tight gap, and I kind of had to just miss a branch, and I didn't miss it, so all of a sudden I find myself with a tough little par putt, 25-footer or something.
Cam ran that. He is gutsy, man. Here you are staring down a par save. Good putt, Steve.
Yeah, it felt good to knock that one down, and I kind of knew I was already giving up a stroke already, so I didn't want it to be 2.
Yeah. Cameron coming back. Oh no.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic. He hit so many good putts, and like you said, him running it, he wasn't worried, and probably rightfully so. But in this case, it cost him.
Yeah. Fish working in a couple extra stretches here. Let's see if they pay off. Yep.
Yeah, it's a great birdie. It takes 2 well-executed shots to get a birdie on that hole, and it's just a nice pickup.
Yeah, well said. Now there is Cam's bogey. This will be a par out of Devin after a great upshot.
Yeah, he took his medicine there. He didn't try to force anything too much. Put himself in good spot, and then and executed the rest of the way out.
Yeah, we've kind of seen he's done that twice now, where he really just taking what he's given and scoring a nice safe par when he could have gotten in trouble. Nice to see that. Fish opening up a 4-stroke lead over yourself. Cam slipping back with that bogey. It's going to lead us into hole 3.
All right, great hole here. Nice par 4. You're going to see a lot of players throw fairway drivers here. Something that turns late, tries to come to about where the drone is now, land in this area, and then take right turn up here. Most players are going to end up trying to land on the bottom, but with really good drives, players are often tempted to still try and get up top with their second shot.
I love how different these holes play with these different tees. They're not just like straight back on a longer line. It really changes the hole.
Very true, and that's a pretty good shot. Maybe a hair short, but a good line there. He's going to have something to work with. Probably something he wants to lay up a little bit short of the cliff with from there.
For sure. What are you throwing, Steve?
This is an old pre-flight number Star Leopard. Good distance from there, good angle. I should be able to pitch a hyzer up without too much trouble.
Nice. Devin?
He's been throwing a blue katana around quite a bit. Kind of a new disc for him, and or blue shrike, excuse me.
Okay.
And he's been doing a lot of work with that, and I'm pretty sure that's what he threw there.
Looks like he ended up in a great spot too.
Really good kick there. That was kind of heading into some trouble.
Yeah, definitely pointed him back in the right direction. Here is Fish going overhand again.
Yeah, not what he wanted to do there. He's pretty much taking himself out of contention for a birdie.
Yep, great opportunity for you to hopefully make up a stroke. Cam with the forehand up. Don't know that he turned it quite enough.
Yeah, and anytime you choose to tackle trying to get up on top of the cliff, he's going to be faced with a relatively dangerous putt coming back at the cliff.
That he is. Here is your second shot. You going rock?
Yeah, it was a rock or a putter right to the, just to the bottom. They can get tricky down there, but I just wasn't in good enough position to try and really get all the way up there.
And Devin, after a beautiful drive, looks like he kind of did the same approach.
Yep, textbook right there.
Fish with the long birdie bid. And similar to last time, it'll end up at a par. And here is Cam looking for the bird.
Maybe thinking about that cliff behind it a little bit.
I didn't know you had this in the bag, Steve.
Yeah, well, it doesn't come out often, but with my low release of my putt, it was almost the only option I had there.
Oh, that's true, huh? I didn't think about that.
And unfortunately, it was my second crack at it. The third round, I had the same putt that I didn't make, so I was pretty determined to convert that one.
Well, you made the one on camera. If you're going to make 1 out of 2, that's the one you want to hit.
That's what I was thinking.
I appreciate you saving that one for us. There is Devin with a good birdie as well, man. Really well played by both of you guys.
Yeah, good conversion from him there. It's not the easiest putt. It's definitely awkward, not something players are used to doing all the time.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe Steve Brinster hit a turbo putt on Central Coast before Johnny McRae.
Hear that, Johnny?
There are those birdies. You're getting you to 24 down within 3 of Fish. Definitely chase downable. Devin looking to chase down Cam. And we'll see if we can do it as we head into hole 4.
All right, hole 4, 289. Probably one of the more controversial holes on the course. Takes a good mid-range shot to kind of turn up early and almost go to flat before it goes over this little ledge and works its way down to the blue basket, a little bit inside the line that we just saw. And anything that gives you a putt on this hole is a good shot.
This looks gnarly, Steve.
Yeah, this is a tight one. You really just want to kind of chew off, put a good move on it and then see where it goes from there. That was just about as good as I could throw it. And leaked a little bit long, but that was exactly what I was looking for.
And it's a putt you can run, too. Don't worry about the comebacker. Standstill rock shot right there?
Yes.
Devin?
Another good-looking shot, and, it's not often that you see, players getting all the way down there, and you just saw 2 good ones, and Fish said, anything you can do, I can do better. He's all the way down there.
Wow, he's hanging out with you over there. Some dueling putts coming up. Cam looking to get down there by the basket with the rest of the gang. Seeing eye disc right there.
Yeah, that one looked a little early, but I got all the way down there, and that's about the 4 best drives I've seen from a group ever.
Yeah, well done by the card. Oh, Devin, you're usually good for those. So he might have a little bit of tree issues dealing with on the putt there. Missing his birdie, he'll have to settle for par, and you are coming back up the hill for the 2.
Yeah, I was happy to make that one, probably just outside the circle, maybe, right on the edge, and just being the first one to putt there, I just felt like it was a must-make.
It definitely was a great get. We're now putting a little bit of pressure on Fish. Doesn't want to lose a stroke.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I saw a lot of good catches out of these baskets this weekend, and that one, that probably should have stayed.
Yeah, are these 28s or what are they?
Yeah, these are new 28s, and maybe that one had Fishes had a better chance of staying in, or should have stayed in more than that one. But nonetheless, he's in the basket and got a good birdie there.
Yeah, that was a great putt. And his Fish dropping in after his great putt that just did not want to stay in. Maybe a little high, a little amp side possibly, but it could have easily stayed in for him. But as it is, you get a stroke on him, taking his lead down to 2. So we're spread up by 3 otherwise. It's going to lead us into hole 5. Where are we going?
All right, great par 3 here. It really takes gold level shot to work your way up here. Distance driver, flat, kind of flex it up the hill here. And then even after a great shot, you're still going to be faced with a pretty challenging putt. Often very windy coming up this hill. So with danger behind and wind, birdies here are hard to come by.
It kind of reminds me of Maple Hill Hole 3.
It is very similar. Yeah.
So you are ripping it up the hill. You going Destroyer or T-Bird?
Yeah, Destroyer there, and just didn't quite get over on it. But, this hole is probably easier to four it than it is to do anything. So kind of got far enough up there, I'm out of trouble. Cam with a good second kick there in the middle of the fairway. Anything that is not on the fairway on this is almost an instant four. As you see, Devin kick left, and we'll see what he can do from there.
Yeah, I imagine that's going to be a pretty heavily wooded upshot. What is Fish doing?
Yeah, he looked like he was really trying to put a big flex move with something, overstable, and he just did not get over on it enough.
I can see that line working, though. It's definitely there. Big flex. That was his upshot, leaving him pretty well short. That's got bogey written all over it. Devin, his second.
Opportunity, but always dangerous putting on that basket.
For sure. Cam trying to get in position for a par putt.
Come on, man.
Maybe?
Okay.
We'll see. Here is where you ended up.
Just trying to get it close. You can see the rocky ground there. That's a challenge in itself. So, pretty happy with that.
Especially with Fish running into a little bit of trouble. You'll get a stroke with a par. You'll take it. There's Fish laying up for his bogey. Cam's looking to save the 3.
Great putt there. Great putt. So he's back on track. He had a little mishap on 2 there, but he makes up for it with a beauty there.
Yeah, he's hit a lot of great putts so far. These last 2 rounds. Devin giving it a bid, but that's going to be a bogey for him as well.
Yeah, he's still trying to get it going, and one of his strengths can be his putter. I've seen him just hit everything he steps up to, so he's looking to turn that around, and he's certainly capable.
No doubt. Yeah, he's been so close on so many long bids. You know he can putt. There is a par out of yourself, a bogey out of Fish, and a bogey for Devin. And man, 3 is good on this hole, Steve.
You're not going to lose much of the field. I'd say, even with the full tour here, you're only going to see, probably less than 10% of the people birdie it.
Yeah, agreed. There is Fish dropping back another stroke. His lead has shrunk down to 1 all of a sudden. Cam's still sitting in 3rd. We are headed to hole 6.
Yeah, hole 6 is real tight wooded par 4. Good distance driver shot, fairway driver shot. Coming around the corner here, skipping up into this range is going to put you in a good position. Anything further is bonus. And then, an upshot to this slippery green here. Threes are nice, but if you don't get off the tee, you are not going to have a very good chance at that.
What do you have in the hands here?
This is a Splatter Destroyer.
That looks like the right shot.
Yeah, put myself in a good position. It's pretty routine from there.
So that's a giant cherry tree right by the other basket?
Yes.
Can you get cherries off it?
It's more of like an East Coast native, like hardwood cherry.
Okay.
So it does have little berries on it, but not really the
tasty kind?
The prototypical cherry.
Gotcha. There is Devin, found a tree a little earlier than he'd hoped for. Fish.
Yeah, decent kick out into the middle there. So he's still got a chance to get up and down. Left side is a lot more trouble, and you can see that Devin, it probably was a pretty good result from where he was.
Yeah.
Should be able to get up and down.
Agreed. Great recovery shot right there. Looking at Fish here. Forehand roller.
And that looks
Dang.
perfect. Nice utility shot out of that Fish there.
Wasn't it? Even got a little air onto that forehand roller, too. Cam going for it as well.
Yeah, that's in range.
Looked like it was going to curl, and then it might hit a little rock or something. But like you mentioned, still close enough to work. Here is your second shot after a great drive, Steve. Oh, no.
Yeah, that was a pretty big misstep in this round. Didn't think I threw it that bad, but certainly it wasn't good enough, and I'm making myself work a little bit harder than I really needed to in this situation.
For sure. Splish after that great drive. Well, here is your birdie putt. It's still there if you can bang it. Just a little bit of chain.
And that was a big momentum swing there.
I bet.
Great putt from Cam there. And, all of a sudden I had a routine upshot, and Fish was in a little bit of trouble, and he's getting a stroke on me. So.
Oh, you're right. Wow. Well, at least you kept it to one stroke.
Yeah, and it wasn't. Had a little work left there, so managed to at least stay focused enough to do that. But I kind of took the wind out of the sails a little bit. But as you know, on a course like this, anything can happen. So keep your chin up.
The strokes flying all over the place. Lots of opportunity out here. But there is that really nice birdie out of Fish off that beautiful forehand roller. Really well done there. And we'll check out our scores. Fish pulling away just a little bit. His lead is now 2. And Cam is within 2 of yourself. Sitting in 3rd. Devin lurking in 4th. That is going to bring us to hole 7. Where are we going, Steve?
All right, hole 7, par 3. Really good hole here. You want to just crest the hill and then come down and split these red maple trees and try and give yourself some kind of a putt on this little downhill green. Not quite a bonus birdie, but really close. It's not going to see a ton of birdies on this hole.
I would imagine. It took a pretty exceptional roller from the shorter tee to get it last time. Looks like it worked out okay. Here is Fish going for the roller again.
Yeah, and this was even more surprising because I'm not sure that it shapes up good for a roller from this tee.
Yeah,
I could see it from the short, but that one seemed a little forced.
What is this, Steve?
This is an old Star T-Bird, and
wow.
that was just the perfect distance for me on that and shape. And these guys really surprised me. They were trying to work some kind of a cut roller, and it just always scares me with the parking lot behind it. I'd always be worried, but you can see that it can work, and that was probably the best roller I've ever seen off the long tee.
Nice shot, Devin. Cam still has a little bit of work left to do here to save his par. But there's an opportunity for you to get that momentum back, Steve.
Yeah, this is it's certainly a good one to get, and with these guys being kind of out of position for bird, I knew this was going to be a big putt.
Definitely. That was a layup out of Fish. Not his best, but he'll make par from there most likely. I believe Devin will be up next. Yep, here he is for his birdie bid. Oh, don't do this.
Yeah, unfortunate roll there, and he opts to re-putt, being a little bit closer.
Oh, sure. Well, I guess that's one of the putts. It's better to miss everything than hit a little bit. No rollaways on that one. Fish coming back for his par.
Solid putt there.
Very. I believe you'll be up next looking for a birdie and a stroke on the card. Nope, Cam's up first. Good par save.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the par there.
Unless you're you, and you are looking for a 2 after this one. What a drive, man.
Yeah, happy to pick that one up. Just kind of shed that bogey or the, I guess, bad par on the hole before.
Yeah.
And pick up a birdie. Just kind of move on and get back on track.
Yeah, stroke on probably the field, but definitely importantly on the card. Getting you within one of the lead. Yeah, there you are. Just sitting one back. Plenty of golf left to make that one up. Devin, unfortunate 5 there after that rollaway OB. That was tough to watch after such an exceptional drive.
All right, hole 8, par 4. Beautiful little turnover shot here out into this field, and then you take almost a hairpin turn up to the right to a very well guarded green. Good shots, get out to the grass, and then have a lengthy second shot if you play down to the bottom up to this green here with OB not surrounding it, but on both sides of the basket with the road and the mulch.
Gotcha. This is a tight tunnel for a long time, Steve.
Yeah, this takes a really nice shot to get all the way out there, and anything that doesn't get out to the field is pretty much takes a birdie out of contention.
Did you get far enough?
I am right on the edge where I still have a chance.
Okay. Here is Cam with the forehand play and almost got out. Caught that late last tree. We'll see what his looks like here in a second. Fish. Roller.
Yeah, these guys surprised me a lot throughout the weekend. I saw a lot of different plays there. Not too often people throw rollers on that. There's a rock wall that has to hop over at the end, but it does kind of finish nice. And you can see these sidearms kind of help chew off that corner a little bit, but it's certainly quite a few trees in the way that you have to navigate at the end.
For sure. He's got an open look. See if we make it work. I'm very curious what your look is looking like here. Okay.
Yeah, so pretty out of position here, and I threw a disc that's so understable that it has to flip over, and it didn't flip over at all, which I'm still trying to figure out to this day. I certainly forced that a little bit, and in turn kind of, I think, gave Fish the opportunity to just say, hey, I'm going to be picking up a stroke on him. I'm just going to make sure to take OB out of play here, and he just throw it well long, which is a smart play from him.
Definitely. There's a forehand out of Cam. Oh, no.
Yeah, and that found OB2 a little bit out of position there, and he tried to probably chew off a little more than he needed to.
Yep. Devin, after a great drive, looking at his second shot. Oh, man.
Yep, got a little too high there, and after a perfect drive, he's going to have a long putt for birdie.
And here is Cam trying to save a par. The OB second shot. Wow. Good bid, but that is going to be a bogey. This will also be a par save attempt for yourself. Good bid, Steve.
Yeah, disappointing there. That was, I probably tried to force it a little too much.
What did you throw for that roller?
Well, that's an old Polaris LS that has
Wow.
been in and out of the bag for over 20 years. So it's been in my wife's bag. It's been in lakes. It's found its way back and forth a lot of places, and that time it found its way out of bounds.
Oh, unfortunately. Not to be overlooked is Devin hit a great putt for birdie. That was nice to see. And here you are dropping in a bogey after Cam dropped in his. And Strook's flying all over the place on this one.
Yeah, wide range there. Birdie, par, bogey there.
Yeah.
Good spread if you're a course designer, and if you're trying to catch the leader, not so good. But
So you're happy and sad at the same time?
yeah.
Some mixed emotions. All right, guys, we are on to hole 9. What's the play, Steve?
All right, hole 9, really probably the easiest par 4 in the course, 500 feet. You really want to avoid this OB on the left-hand side here. Throw a good drive around the corner, and you'll be left with a 200-ish upshot down to this basket in the gully here. Not too much trouble if you can avoid the OB on the drive.
All right. Devin has the box after that fantastic birdie. Just going to push far enough. Oh, yeah, this is fine.
Yep, just fine. This is certainly a 4 is more of a bogey than a birdie in its current layout, especially when the wind isn't up, and we had just ideal conditions for the most part the whole weekend.
Yeah, it looks like a beautiful day out there. You going, whoa, higher line here.
Yeah, try and chew off a little bit more. Doesn't get you a ton closer. It's really not enough to put yourself in eagle range, but I feel comfortable. It gets me a little bit more, and so that is the play.
Sure. Now there is Cam, a bit of a lower line. He has a little more work left to do, but it's right there. He'll be feeling bad if he doesn't birdie.
Yeah, the only risk really is, getting on something a little too much and having it leak OB here. These should be pretty routine for everybody.
Definitely. There is Fish putting it under the bucket for a no-worry birdie. Devin looking for that same result. Yeah.
Very solid.
And here you are. Half go or just pure layup?
No, just trying to get it close. I know there's some good swing holes coming up, so just try and learn from my mistakes, not press too much.
There you go. That'll work for a bird. Here is the longest of the birdie looks out of Cam. Looks like we got a little star frame action, like you mentioned. Pretty easy par 4.
Yeah, certainly. We do have plans to put some trees in to kind of force people to maybe throw an Anheuser into this approach shot, and that's something that hopefully by this time next year we will have.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, seems like if you get off the tee clean, you're gonna feel bad about yourself if you don't walk away with a 3.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, especially with no wind.
Yeah. So there are all those birdies. Fish's lead remains at 2 over yourself. Got Cam and Devin lurking. Some nice hole out of the gang right there. Start framing it up. That's all we got for part 1. We'll catch you guys for the finish of part 2. Should be a fun watch.